Good afternoon. I look smaller than I even am. I hope some people. No, that's not working. Is it? I need to take it off of this box. I hope some people can join me because it's been forever. Just move my box, and then this might be better. Stay there. This is going to be better. There we go. Rosie, Happy New Year. Well, hello. Claire King. Yes, I'm glad some notifications went out. Yeah, it's been forever, hasn't it? To be honest, I'd kind of just thought, I don't think I'll do YouTube anymore. But you know what I'm like? I'm like, oh, I wonder what everyone's up to. I kind of miss coming on here. So I've come on for a catch up. Somebody's already given me a thumbs up. Thank you. But before I start, right. So this is this. Well, it's the way I end up with clothes. What do you think of this cardie? It's a Mano. It's got like ceramic buttons made in Bolivia. It's cotton though, because I can't do wool. It makes me itch to bugger it. It's got pockets there. Oh my god, I love it. I got it to resell, but it's just one of those things. Do you think it's a keeper? Isn't this exciting? Hello, Pink Harvey, Simon. Oh my god, it's you. I know. Where have I been? Hair is. I'm not dyeing it, but also I haven't cut it either. What did I get to? Limelight, Rose. Yes, Rosie. Jill. Hello, stranger. Yes, I've been up to all sorts, up to no good. So I thought, I know. So I fancy a chit chat. I'll come on and let you know where I've been. I've just actually done a little video, a scooch round. This isn't actually, you might recognise the pictures, but that's hard. This isn't my usual kitchen. And I've just done a really quick whistle stop tour around this absolute pit of a flat. So so I might do a little video as well of my flat that that I've been in for 2 years. Well, 2 and a bit years, just over, of it empty. So we're now, me and the girls and Tom are living here in the flat that Tom bought when we were getting divorced, and I bought Westfield. So we had 2 3-bed flats. We got divorced by accident, not everybody knows, but it was just an argument that got out of hand, really. I'm a bit impulsive, and once we were on that road, it was a bit of a daft. We should never have got divorced. Anyway, so we pretty much, we were actually back together before we even left Lady Jane Court. So anyway, we've been in the 2 flats for 2 years now. And now we've decided, okay, right, it's time to come back and live all together, back in the family tree. So, but not Lady Jane Court tree. So we are in another tree just up the road from Westfield. But I was trying to sell Westfield. So I bought it for 400,000, and so just over 2 years ago. And the estate agent said, right, put it on for 380 with a view to getting 375. I was like, and a couple of estate agents said that. I was like, oh, it's lost money. I've never had that on a property before. And basically we bought at a time just after COVID when there was a bit of a boom going on with flats and houses. It was a high time to buy, and they said that houses have recovered a little bit better. So then it slumped after that. Houses have recovered a little bit better. A lot of things have affected it, including Trump, but I don't want a political argument discussion. However, a lot of things have affected why there's been a housing market drop. Houses have recovered a bit better than flats. There's a lot of new flats always being built around Reading. So so it's dropped in value. So I'm like, and then there were a couple of phone calls where I was asked how much I wanted to drop it by further. I just put it on just before Christmas, how much more I wanted to drop it by in January. And they said, realistically, looking at a sale price of 350. I said, so I've lost £50,000 on my flat in 2 years. I said, I can't do that. I'm like, maybe we've got to rethink this. Maybe I need to wait till, prices have recovered. I can't mentally. I could cope with the 25k drop loss. I couldn't cope with 50. So I was thinking maybe we're just going to have to stay there, carry on as we are. And then they said, what about letting it? So and now gone down that route and said, okay, and I've signed up for letting. Literally Saturday before Christmas, I said, right, change that. Let's have people around to view it as a let. And wow, just had so many viewings, had quite a few offers. They call it offers, but it's basically them saying, yeah, we'll pay what you're asking, but it's called an offer because they need to be referenced and they need to earn so much. And I wouldn't be eligible to rent my own flat because I don't earn enough. But so I've now got the trials and tribulations of that, and things you have to do if you're going to let a place. So they said strip it of furniture, which is why you'll see if I ever manage to upload the video of this flat, had to get rid of loads of furniture. They said strip it of furniture because there's no tax benefit to that, and if anything breaks, then you'll be liable to replace it. And then you have to do things like, I know from donkey's years ago, I had a flat that I let out about 30 years ago, 25 years ago. And I remember then needing a gas certificate for your boiler, but now you also need an electrical certificate, which is good. And I'm happy with all the protections. And there's different protections coming in May to protect tenants, giving them more security. I think it's going to be they'll be on rolling contracts or something from May, and the period of time you have to give notice as a landlord. And it has to be a good reason. It can't be just I could get more rent. It has to be you're selling it or something. It's higher. I think it's going to be 4 months from May. And I said, I'm happy with all that. That's fine. I want tenants to be protected. I don't want people being shafted. So anyway, yeah. So we're here. So that's where I've been. I've been moving. Right, let's just go back and just see if I've missed anybody. Yes, Happy New Year. Oh, fabulous cardigan. Colour really suits you. Thank you. I think I'm going to have to keep this. Hi, Joanne. Okay, I did think you spent a lot of time together for a newly divorced couple. Glad you're all back together. Yeah, the girls said it was embarrassing. Connie said that we failed at divorce, which we did really. And they said it's weird and it's embarrassing for us having to tell our friends that you got divorced but you didn't split up. Seagrass Kaz, hello. Lovely to see you too. Oh, this is great. Everybody's in. Jane, hi Shelley, missed the start. Sounds a huge change has happened. Yeah, sort of yes and no. Oh, Jill, I'm happy for you and Tom and the girls. Thank you. Really good news from Rosie. So happy for you. Thank you. Limelight. Oh my God. Do you think you'll remarry? Do you know, hilariously, my mother asked that. So I've had a couple of years of, how do I describe it? Delicate relationship with my mother as well. So it's all been going on. Anyway, I've been meeting her for a coffee and she said, will you get remarried? I was like, no. And she said, oh, because I thought you could have a party and I could come to it. I said, we don't have to get married to have a party. Oh, my phone's farting now. No, I don't. I think we're both a bit scarred by how hard it is just to, if you do want to split off, and although we don't want to split off and do something, the whole thing just developed like a snowball. It started with just an argument over God knows what. You're irritating me. Well, you irritate me too. Well, F off you. You know, and then it was like, and then next thing we know, oh, it only started off that I just said, oh, I just can't live with you anymore. You're just hard to live with. So I said, I don't want a divorce. I just can't live with you. But as soon as outside bodies came into, like Tom went to get, like Citizens Advice Bureau advice, and they said go to a solicitor. As soon as other people started advising how we should do it, suddenly it was, you've got to get divorced. You have to get divorced. You can't separate finances without divorce. So then we were like, oh, right. And then we were just down that road, and it just carried on. And then in the process of trying to we have mediation, financial mediation, of trying to split stuff up. Talking about money, it's just, it doesn't matter who you are. It's hard. It's hard because everyone wants to keep a little pot of their money, don't they? And when someone's going, it's just hard, and it just really didn't help us at all. What we should have done is go for some kind of more relationship mediation rather than financial mediation. I think that financial mediator did say it was a bit odd that we were like responding to her emails together, like a joint email. She said that doesn't normally happen. Usually people, they're not talking to each other. So one sends an email and the other one, so you're doing yours together. But there you go. Yes, hello Nespresso. Leanne, nice surprise, thank you. Lovely to see everybody. I bet the girls were made up when you got back together. No, they weren't actually. And I never could work that out. They were just like, oh. But then they're probably sick of all the change, and they just found it all embarrassing to have to tell their friends. Rosie, that happened with me. People telling you what they think what they think. I know what you're saying. Rather than what's good for both of you. Yeah. And yeah, to be fair, like the solicitors were advising as they should, of like, oh, I have two people here, we need to split their finances and we need to let them know legally what needs to be done. But it makes it it's not about the relationship, it's about clinical there's no emotion or heart in this, which there shouldn't be for what they're doing, but that's not really what we needed. Jewel will watch back later. Cool. Yes, have to go. So glad to see you back. I've been missing you. Oh, I've missed everybody. Thank you. Sorry, no, I mean, that's all right, Rosie. Yeah, I do. I'm the same. I call everything a doodah, and people look at me like, oh, doodah. I said, you know what I mean. Don't make me delve back into the brain looking for words. You know. So yeah, everybody, thank you for coming along, and hope you had a good Christmas and a happy New Year. Oh, tell me, anyone done any New Year's resolutions? Stick them in the chat or comments afterwards if you have. I love New Year's resolutions. I've got some, which I will tell you. What else on catch up? Reselling. I think that's partly also why the video stopped, because I don't know where I was with the last video. I've completely changed the way I source. So I went away for a few days by myself to Spain in September, and because everybody, Tom and the girls, had already done holidays, used all their holiday up, and then it was the end of the summer, and there was no one about who wanted to go on holiday. I was like, I'm just going to go away by myself then. And while I was there, a couple of things that were good for me. I read books. That was big for me. And also, I haven't read for years. And I decided I needed to have a proper stab at sourcing off of Vinted to flip. Well, at the time, I thought to flip onto eBay, but I've since set up my pro account so I can also flip onto Vinted to Vinted if I want as well. And I saw people doing it. I'm in the UK reseller group, and there's some people on there very successful at doing that. And everything that turns up seems to be not in very good condition, and I don't know how you're doing this. So right, I've got need to crack this, and so I thought while I'm there laying on my sunbed, I've got to crack it. I'll order some stuff, and it's worked out much better than I expected, and I can source more, at home online than when I go out around the houses. 4 buses of a day, and I can be stood at a freezing cold bus stop, and yet getting less than sourcing this way. I still go sourcing because it's enjoyable, and go out with the girls, for a nice day out somewhere sourcing, and we enjoy it. But I'm doing most of everything on Vinted, and as a result of that as well, it's a bit different. But like, we share a lot in the group, but I am pretty much sourcing the same stuff over and over, and I'm guessing most other people would feel similarly who source on Vinted. If you say, "Oh, okay, I'm doing really well on pink cups," then it's much easier for somebody else just to set up a search for pink cups, and then you've got too much pink cup competition. So it's harder to share the details, I feel. If you do source on Vinted, let me know. So let me just catch up with chat. Jenny, you're in a new place. Does Tom like the fur babies? Yes. Well, we're in Tom's place because it was bigger. So, because this place is almost as big as Lady Jones, so it makes more sense. He already liked the fur babies. He makes out like, oh, because he would never have had cats, and he's allergic like I am. But I take an antihistamine every day. I think he does as well now. But even before we'd moved, we'd be getting pictures. He'd arrive and at the flat, and Falou she runs down the stairs to greet people. She thinks she's a dog, and she likes things thrown for her and stuff, and she'll run down there and flop over for you to rub her tummy. And he would like send pictures, oh, Falou, even though he's making out like, oh no, the cats will be a problem for me, he's there taking videos of them. So yeah, I think he's very much warmed to the fur babies. Oh, Dick Vintage, yes. Hi Leslie, are you going to Ramsgate? Yeah, lovely to see you too. Yes, we're going to Ramsgate, so that will be fun. Hope it's dry. I want to go along the beach. Anonymous. Oh no, Anna. Oh, sorry. Oh, Anonymous one. I thought it was Anonymous. Anonymous one. Are you in any paid reselling groups, and do you think they're worth it? Yes, I'm in the UK reseller group. There was, I can't remember what I'm paying. It's a bit less than the tech and sports one was. It might be similar to that, actually. I think the price has just changed, and it might be similar to like £1 a day. Definitely worth it, and I'll tell you why. Actually, this isn't a promo for them, but apart from, it's really good to have a group where something's happening on Vinted and you don't know what's happening, and you can chuck it in. I know there's groups on Facebook, but you can chuck it in like the WhatsApp chat, and like, is this me? And everyone says, no, I'm doing it as well. It's just, and sharing stuff and obviously information. But so it was the group people in the group that inspired me to start sourcing Vinted. And my reselling goal for ages has been, I've just been trucking along with like 1,000 profit a month. I said, I need to double this. I need to double it. But if I occasionally managed to double it, then I couldn't keep it up. Found it really hard. And then I need to look back on the other months. I've got December's figures just because that was the last month, and also it's been gradually increasing. So I just started sourcing Vinted in September. So also, obviously, I had stuff from the boot that was selling, and cheaper stuff, and all sorts. But December was like a record for me. And I know like people say, oh, that's because it's Q4 December, but with selling like pre-loved clothing, mostly this profits come from, that technically wouldn't be massively big in December. It's not like selling new toys or something. Anyway, so my turnover in December was 5.8 thousand. The profit on that was, this is just according to the QuickBooks, you know, where everything funnels in, £3,681. So I went from trying to double it. I was like, I just need like 2K would sort me out. Just over 3.5K in December, just purely sourcing on Vinted. And I've been saying for a couple of months, like, yeah, my profit's going up. I don't really believe it. This can't be right, can it? I can't be sourcing at home and you know, photographing it and then repackaging it and sending it back to that can't be right, can it? I can't. This isn't real money. Next month's not going to do this again. And it kept happening. And then December was an absolute cracker. And just, yeah, I'm chuffed to bits. Yeah. Oh, hi Andrea, my vintage house by the sea. I've just been watching your Q&A with Nick. Actually, I know lots of the answers to it already. Oh, so lovely to see you as well, Joan. Is that Simon? Haha, there was an ad. Oh, cliffhanger. Lisa Richardson, hello. So nice to see you again, Shelley. Oh, thank you so much. Leslie, saving time sourcing is so good. I'm getting stuff in bulk from eBay and Vinted. So I used to buy the jewellery in bulk, which was fabulous, but I just found it hard to, I certainly couldn't get these profits on the jewellery. So it's, yeah, so weird as well, because my local parcel shop at Westfield had to say to them, I was still going in there because they're still my Royal Mail, but I said, because they used to see me every day, sometimes twice in a day in December. I said, I'm not going to be coming so much. I thought I have to explain. I felt like apologetic as to why I wouldn't be dumping all my parcels on them. But then I've come back to my old parcel shop, my old friend Kevin, and he's just, it was so nice to see like your parcel guy again. He's so lovely. And he knows everybody, he knows all the regulars and that, but he just makes me laugh because I walk in because I'm getting my pickups from him as well now. He says, do you have 4 parcels? I said, yeah, I know, I've come to collect them. I've got some to drop off. And then I keep forgetting my phone. I said, I forgot my phone. I'll come back later. I came back. He said, you have 7 parcels. So how do you remember all this for everybody? How many parcels they've got to pick up? This is making me laugh. Right. So where was I? Resolutions. Yeah, so I noticed none of you have shared your resolutions there. If you're watching it back, please stick them in the comments. I love resolutions or plans for the year, whatever you know, however you want to like frame it. So like a flute. So I've said, right, I want to see more of stuff. I want to see, I mean, I do all right seeing my friends, but you know, sometimes you let things get in the way of, I've been so busy. Yeah, bollocks. Like I'm not having a I've been so busy excuse. I'm aiming to see more of my friends this year. I want to see more of the outside world / traveling, but you know, maybe even just in the UK, to be honest. Well, obviously I'm going to go abroad as well. We're going to Sweden in March, up to the north where Tom's parents are, to hopefully see some decent snow. Then in May we're going to go on a family holiday to in Spain, but then there will be, I want to go to Scotland. I had to message Tom the other day because I've been watching lots of van lifer stuff. I said, I need to go. I want to go to Skipton? I was watching. I need to go to Skipton. And then there's another. I need to go across Scotland. There's some waterfalls I need to see. But it's like, I see stuff. I'm like, I want to do that. I want to do that. So, you know, I'm just like, maybe I should buy a camper van. Maybe that would be good. Maybe that would be good because I could just go off in the little camper van for a bit when, you know, because for me and Tom, it's always been challenging living together because of the way our brains work. Tom doesn't like change, and I can't cope without change. So if I can't reorganize the lounge tomorrow because I'm bored, then I want to cry. But then I do that sort of thing, and Tom comes home and he wants to cry because I've reorganised lunch. So I don't know, when things are getting a bit too challenging and we're getting on each other's tits, I thought maybe I could go off and see some stuff in a camper van. I don't know. Anyway, that's the latest thing. Oh, did I say also I want to read more books? So I started reading books. I read like 3 books when I was away in Spain by myself, and I was like, oh, really enjoyed that. So even my book club that normally we just go and meet up and catch up and get sloshed, I've started sharing books, so it's all happening. Yeah, so that's my aims for the year. Do I need to catch up? Oi, Peter, how are you? Rosie never make New Year's resolutions, although planning to visit friends that live abroad. So busy 2026. Brilliant. Yeah, and I bet you've been meaning to visit them for a while and you've been like, oh, I can't do it now, I'm a bit busy. I mean, I don't know, but that's often what we do is we think we can't manage it or can't fit it in. And I feel like I need to start doing that. Do vintage. I normally go, oh yeah. Oh, it was you that inspired me to go away for a few days. I normally go on holiday without Sam. Essential for me to get lots of time alone. Yeah, I do. But what I discovered from that little trip, few days, I thought I'll just try a few days. A lot of people said to me, oh, you're going to love it. You're going to love solo travel. You're going to really want to do it again. I didn't. It was lovely. It was lovely, walking along the bridge. It was lovely reading my books. It was get a bit of sun and different food and drink. But I spent a long time on the phone to Tom in the evenings. It's like I need a certain amount of time by myself, and then as soon as I've kind of recharged my batteries, I want to see people. So it doesn't work for me because I need to be able to like click my heels together and get back for the evening, say, or a few hours, and then go, yeah, I'll go now again. And I'm not very good for the days on end. So it's hard. It's never simple with me. Tom always says I want something that's not on the menu, which is true. But I mean, why not? So yeah, I've been thinking about ways to, basically when we're getting on each other's tits, how do we manage that? How do we cope with that? Because we know what that will be challenging, but we want to be all back together anyway. But it's finding ways of coping with the challenges, isn't it? Hello. Right, so yeah, I think I'll wrap it up there. I'm just thinking then, I feel like I was about to say something that it's because I've just done a little whiz round tour of this place. It's in an absolute shocking state. And I was finishing off that, but I'll try and upload that later. Yeah, thank you for joining me. Thank you for the thumbs up. Yeah, I don't know how regularly I'll be on because obviously it's tricky sourcing on vintage. I normally talk about what I've picked up and stuff like that, but I have missed being on here for the chit chat. So yeah, we'll see. Anyway, that's what I've been up to. If you made it this far, please comment. What should we comment? Missed. Let's say missed, as Rosie has just put. We've missed you. Good, you're back. Thank you so much. It's lovely to see everybody as well. Right, gonna get on with some shit. Thanks, Espresso. Missed. See you all soon. Have a good rest of your day. I don't even know what day it is. Right, I have to work out how to end now. Yes.